Um, he's back in good standing and ready to go.
So it was a disciplinary issue?
It was regarding, what was it, missed team meeting, I think, or late or something like that. So, yeah.
How frustrating is that for you to have to
I'm glad we can both laugh at it, yeah. It's just young players learning accountability, and that's what it is, but I don't budge on those things.
How would you assess the job that Nick Howell's done calling the defensive plays through 7 games?
He's done a really good job. I know that there's the statistics and other things don't bear it out. The one thing I underestimated was the youth and lack of experience. So we had some returning players, or they might be sophomores, or et cetera, but the more I've assessed how many guys were actually playing and playing a lot, there's a lot of youth out there, and there's no one that's worked any harder than him, and really execution has to catch up pretty fast.
Is there any cause for concern the fact you guys have had two games where you've had 2 touchdown leads, you've never been able to extend that?
Yeah, I think that I'm not sure there's commonality in it, but really for the main thing for our team to take another step forward, I think just discipline and execution are the 2 words that would really be helpful.
You talk a lot about capturing the hearts and minds of your players. Do you feel like you have that this year with this team?
Yeah, maybe more so than ever. And it's probably the closest team, if you look at their relationships with each other, that we've had, man, maybe ever here. So I know this, they're hurting and they want to play well and they want to win, and they know that they've gotten close the last 2 weeks since the loss of Taysom. And but they also know that they're not quite executing in the 3 to 5 plays that are separating those wins from losses that they need to, and we'll have to do that pretty quick.
You mentioned after the 4 wins to start the season that outside influences were a big concern at this point. Now it's the other direction, the grumblings and the rumblings. Are outside influences still a concern?
Are there grumblings and rumblings?
Imagine that.
What a surprise. Yeah, I think just with the way this generation loves social media, you can get access to anything you want. You can find grumblings and mumblings, and if you look hard, maybe you could find positives, but they have it all the time. And so I noticed it before, haven't noticed it now, but maybe that's just because I don't notice it anyway. But the players looked tired today, and they looked resolved, and maybe that was because of some of the things that were said to them over the weekend. I didn't ask them.
Is Devon Blackman and Algie Brown in the hopeful category?
Not that I know of. In fact, I haven't got a report on either one of them yet today, so I'm not sure.
How much of your coaching with this young group emotionally now do you have to buoy them up and make sure that they're really ready to?
Yeah, there's 2 parts right now. One is to demand, and one is to inspire. So you got to do both, because easily, if you haven't had success, the demand can turn negative pretty fast. And what they don't need is that happening from us if they're getting it from other places. So we want to ask for more and inspire them to give more, both. And we want them to look forward to being here every day.
When you bring pressure, I think you've said in the past, you're doing the same thing you've been doing for the past 10 years. It's just not working as well. Can you put a finger on why
Sure.
not?
Yeah, it really, and I've used this word a bunch already today, when you flip on the film, the number of, or the lack of precision and the number of spots per play on the defensive side is just reflective of man, not much experience, not great concentration, and just a lot of guys that don't have much of experience. And so, man, one more gap over, one more head fake here, it really is just the execution of, there's all kinds of plays to be made out there. It's just our players being more precise, and our coaches helping them be more precise to just have more success.
Because of that lack of experience, will there be any changes defensively against Boise State?
Yeah, we're always looking to change and improve, and so whatever changes we do make will be in relation to not only what Boise's doing, but where I think our team currently is. And so we're always evaluating that. We don't intend just to, even though the model has been in place for a long time and been so successful, it doesn't mean that we don't continue to reevaluate with our current personnel.
Harvey Longy started. Is that going to be the same moving forward, or?
Most likely. He really earned that spot just from diligence and practice habits and how hard he's been trying. It doesn't mean he's out executing his peers. They're all about the same, but he's just been trying hard.
It's really fun to play football when you're winning. Can the guys still, are they still able to have fun when the success level isn't as high?
I hope so. And that's, again, what I hope from our coaches and myself, that we can create that environment. It doesn't happen like this very much here, that there's multiple games or in a row. There might be some sprinkled through the year. Great learning experience, but I want them to look forward to being here every day. That's for sure.
Colby Pearson's been on the field more than even guys like, Rossa Poe and stuff.
Yeah.
What has he done to kind of vault up the depth chart?
Colby, all the way back from spring practice through summer, through fall camp, he catches everything. So no matter what setting out there in the practice field, he catches everything. And so, man, you do that over and over and over again, and pretty soon you start throwing it to him more. And it's not necessarily plays designed for him. The quarterbacks start wanting the ball to go there because he'll catch it.
Did the performance against Nevada remind you kind of the old school BYU approach of setting up the run with the pass, throwing it a lot, and then being able to have some holes because of it?
We're just getting a lot clearer idea of what Christian can do, what he's comfortable doing, but also we need to keep him healthy. And so there's a mix of all that together. Okay?
Good.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Coach.